Welcome back to XR Diecast Racing, folks. We are kickstarting no ordinary Mario Kart tournament today.
Nothing ordinary here, Charlotte. We have 8 teams from around the world that have customized their Mario Kart and race-verse vehicles with different body kits, weight, wheels, and paint jobs.
These racers will be taking on the deadly Grampian Mountains track, descending the highlands through constant sharp turns.
This track ain't for beginners. We have 4 checkpoints, including the finish line, and a point will be awarded for crossing each checkpoint with bonus points for finishing first, second, or third.
This funky green toad is driving a Mark 8 for Raptor Racing from the UK.
Mark, it's Mach 8.
Whatever, Tom.
Oi, Toad, you got odd wheels on, buddy?
I think that's intentional, Tom.
Essex Boys Racing from the UK have Ashoka driving a race-verse vehicle in their trademark red paint job.
Lovely jubbly.
It's your friendly neighborhood illegal street racer.
Hey, buddy.
Spider-Man is driving for Puffs Racing in the USA.
Tom, these races are completely legal.
Shut up, Charlotte. Illegal sounds cooler.
It really doesn't.
Our final racer today is Mario Kart Bad Boy Shy Guy driving a standard car for Mad Mike Racing in the USA.
Raptors Toad and my homie Spider-Man from Puffs Racing start lap 1 in the front.
Your homie?
Yes, Charlotte. Spider-Man was my life growing up.
You say that about every character we race, Tom.
I've literally said it about 2 characters. Looks like Essex Boys Soda is getting a bit impatient.
He's moving in for the overtake, and damn Raptors Toad has blocked him.
Everyone is boxing Puffs Spider-Man in.
Spider-Man has overtaken Essex Boys.
That's a lap win for Toad. Spider-Man second and Soda third.
Let's check out this last-minute overtake from Puff Racing's Spider-Man.
What a guy.
He was rather behind in 3rd place, but managed to close the gap when Essex Boys Racing's Ashoka started to lose control around the turns.
Legend. Raptors Racing had some tough competition from Essex Boys, but Toad shunted him into the side of the track in true Mario Kart style.
Awesome start to the tournament. Let's go to lap 2.
Hey guys, do you think Toad's giant head is distracting for Spider-Man?
He literally can't see past it.
Maybe we will have to set a maximum head size on future tournaments.
Maybe.
We are approaching the chicane.
Whoops, Toad and Spider-Man almost flipped off the track.
Oh no, Shy Guy has spun out, but Toad has shunted him back into the race.
My God, that drift from Essex Boys Ashoka was out of this world.
Shy Guy is pushing for first. Nope. Excellent defending from Essex Boys.
That's a DNF for Spider-Man, though.
Right before the finish line, too.
Puffs Racing are going to be devastated.
Not as much as Tom's mom was the day he was born.
Real funny, Travis.
Thanks, Tommy boy, I do try.
Knock it off, boys.
Nope.
Spider-Man's crash is coming.
What a silly boy crashing right before the finish line.
He came in way too hot on that last turn.
Well, at least he was already 4th. It only cost Puffs Racing 1 point.
Well, everything could change in the second half when he moves out into front.
Madman and Puffs Racing have a lot of ground to gain to swipe the top 2 positions from Raptor and Essex Boys.
Well, not really that much. Perfectly doable.
Let's go to lap 3 and find out.
Yes, ma'am. But subscribe first if you are new to the channel.
Toad's bulbous head is out back and out of sight. Spider-Man is behind the shorty now.
Yep, he's got a clear line of sight. So no excuses now, Spidey, my man.
And we're off down the snowy Alpine.
Talking of off, Toad has flipped off the track round the turn. Oh my gosh, he's actually managed to flip back onto the track and keep going.
Wild. Shy Guy has a huge lead in 1st place right now.
And what a beautiful finish that was. Shy Guy has set a new lap record for the tournament by a whole second.
What a champ Toad is for still finishing.
Not much in the way of overtaking action for lap 3, but the replay is worth the watch to see Toad's epic crash recovery.
That was ruddy awesome. Well, Shy Guy is a bit of an underdog, isn't he? What a quick lap.
Heck yeah. Madman Racing are going to be eager to see whether this has changed anything on the scoreboard.
I'm rooting for Raptor Racing's Toad, to be honest.
Why?
Such a champ for still going. That crash nearly cost him 4 points.
True that. He has, however, lost his top 2 spot, though. Essex Boys and Madman Racing are currently in joint first, and the top 2 today will be going through to the finals.
It's not looking so good for your homies Spider-Man and Puffs Racing, is it, Tommy boy?
Shut it, Travis. Everything could change in the next lap.
Travis, you know you're my favorite, but
Wait,
Tom's
what?
got a point.
Never mind that. Why is Travis your favorite?
He's far less annoying than you. It's the final lap with all to play for as Spider-Man takes the pole position.
Those cameramen are standing way too close to the cliff edge for my liking.
I hate to break it to you, Travis, but the cameramen don't give a monkeys about your life.
Oh, flip! Toad's big head tipped him over on the chicane. That's a DNF for Raptors Racing.
Indeed, and Spider-Man is closing in on that finish line.
Nice overtake there from Essex Boys. That's our second overtake this group right before the finish line.
Shy Guy is looking pretty shocked by that.
Probably not as shocked as Toad is looking right now.
Yeah, he don't look so pleased right now.
Guys, is he actually alive right now?
I don't know, but what I do know is that I am not giving CPR to a frog.
He's not a frog.
Whatever he is, I'm not doing it, man.
Guys, the lawyers have asked me to cut to this alternative camera angle, which clearly shows that Toad is still alive. We will say nothing further on the matter.
That's not even a toad. It's a frog, Joe.
What part of that's all we will say on the matter did you not understand?
Sorry, Daddy.
Well, that was an unfortunate end to today's racing for Toad, who couldn't keep it together on the chicane and crashed into the Advan race tent.
We'll send you the bill for damages, Raptor Racing.
He's kidding. Essex Boys and Ahsoka had a great end to the race event after their last-minute overtake, which has potentially shaken up the scoreboard.
Let's find out Charlotte.
Congratulations to Essex Boys Racing, who narrowly topped this group by 1 point. Excellent racing. Madman Racing and Puffs Racing were tied with 23 points each. But as per the rules of this tournament, we have settled that tie based on the fastest lap time.
Madman Racing's Shy Guy completed the track 1.13 seconds faster than Puff's Spider-Man, which means they go through to the final with Essex Boys Racing.
Mario Kart.
Welcome back to XR Diecast Racing, folks.
What's up?
We have got an insane lineup for you today with Group 2 of our Mario Kart Customs Tournament Racing, and then 2 special halftime shows with Lightning McQueen hitting up the track, because why the heck not?
We will also be seeing whether this tractor towing a trailer can make it to the end of the track and start a new fastest trailer lap time leaderboard.
And in case you haven't noticed, these halftime shows will be your first preview of our new track layout featuring a crossover and jump.
Heck yeah, Charlotte! Guess who is back? Spider-Man, aka Puffs Racing, exited the tournament last week after a draw with Madman Racing's Shy Guy was settled by fastest lap time. But he is back today for another chance after a place opened up in Group 2.
Lucky Peter. Donkey Kong with his buddy Toad on the back joins us today from Travelers Racing League.
This mean-looking Darth Vader is racing for Dog Squab Racing.
Racing against her Star Wars co-star, it's Ray racing for Ram Raid.
Puff Racing Spider-Man is looking smug there in the pole position after securing a second chance.
Charlotte,
What?
why do you say everything like you are reading the news?
Because I am proper and British, darling.
Oh my goody gosh, we have a double crash already.
I hope poor little Toad is all right.
Stunning overtake from Ram Raid via the outside lane back on the chicane.
Yep, that Ray is a quick little thing. She's just gone straight into that banana.
Thanks for clarifying, Tom. I couldn't see that for myself.
You got it, buddy.
You go, girl. What a champ holding on to first after the spin. Dog Squab Racing and the Travelers Racing League, on the other hand, are not going to be celebrating after that double crash on the first turn.
Certainly an action-packed start to today's racing. We should point out that this is the first tournament we have run with modified Mario Karts on this track. This is incredibly new territory for most teams, not just on our track, but around the globe.
Darth Vader is looking real mad over there.
He's definitely plotting something, Travis.
Indeed. Massive congrats to Ram Raid for securing a first-place finish from the outside starting position. Dog Squab Racing's Darth Vader just secured a point after crashing through one of the checkpoints.
Good strategy.
Let's see what lap 2 has in store for us, boys.
Hey, Travis, I wonder if Mater is coming to the halftime show race with his McQueen buddy. Maybe you could do the voiceover for
This
him.
joke is getting old now, Thomas.
I'm more excited to see if that tractor makes the jump.
Oh gosh, not again.
I smell a lawsuit incoming.
I smell Ray incoming. Well, Spider-Man certainly does anyway.
Maybe she should take a shower then.
Hang about, she's overtaken Spider-Man.
Yep. Looks like Ram Raid will secure another first-place lap win.
She sure did. I guess we better go make sure Donkey and Dorothy are still alive.
I wonder if either of them made it through the checkpoint.
Nope, but they both made it into the checkpoint. That looks painful, but I can't wait to watch the replay.
Our lawyers have asked me to read a statement. Dear racers, you can't sue us. Read the small print of your contracts.
It's halftime, folks, and we kick off today's halftime fun by seeing if this tractor can make it to the finish.
And as we are spoiling you today, why don't you spoil us? And subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the final.
The tractor is off to a good start, making it over the crossover. He seems to be going for the slow and steady wins the race approach, which was risky going over the jump, but seems to have worked so far.
Oop, he's jackknifing.
Nice recovery, Mr. Tractor Driver, my man. But you better pick up the speed now.
Has anyone noticed we seem to have a deceased spectator lying in the mud?
Oh dear.
Poor guy.
Well, the tractor has made it, but is 13.24 seconds fast enough to maintain a place in the top 5 leaderboard. Only time will tell.
0.25 when rounded.
Taking part in our guest race today is none other than the famous Lightning McQueen, Krusty Rotor, Paul Conrev, and Raul Caruls.
Oh boy, this is like my childhood dream come true, man.
What a surprise!
What?
Mater likes Pixar cars.
Here's the new crossover section.
Beautifully engineered. A famous racetrack architect in the US designed it.
Russ is his name. Here comes McQueen.
Conrev is hot on his bumper, and what a beautifully carried out dolphin dive over the new jump. We've got an even bigger one to play with, bro.
We've got a pile-up.
So this is how that spectator perished. He died from excitement, seeing Lightning McQueen.
McQueen takes first, and Conrev is engaging in a bit of foul play there, but it's worked, and he's taken second. He might need a new set of tires now, though.
Hopefully he's got a good team backing him up. Here we go, lap 2.
Conrev pushes out into an early lead, but it looks like he's going to have some competition from good old Krusty Rotor when we move out onto the open track.
I don't know about that. Paul Conrev is pretty far ahead now, Tom.
He sure is, and Raul is half a track behind. Completely different dynamics to the first lap.
Rotor is trying to spin Conrev out, but it hasn't worked, and Conrev takes first.
We seem to have another spectator that has died from excitement seeing Lightning McQueen.
He's not even that good.
You did not just say that, Tom.
McQueen slips into second, and Conrev has a 1-point advantage.
Let's see lap 3.
Let's do this.
McQueen clearly hasn't had his Weetabix this morning.
Well, he is actually kind of retired now, isn't he?
Yeah, that's the only way we could afford to get him on as a guest racer today.
Conrev is overtaking Rotor. Could he be in for another first-place lap?
It's certainly looking that way today, Travis. Conrev has dominated the track so far today, with Rotor being the only real threat.
Rotor is now playing dirty, trying to spin Conrev out to take his position.
Well, that didn't work, and Conrev has landed another first-place lap win. What a performance.
Poor little Raul. Is someone going to deal with that spectator on the floor, by the way?
Nah, it adds to the character of the track. Paul Conrev is sitting strong at the top of the leaderboard, but there is only a point between McQueen and Rotor. Let's do the final lap and then get back to the main race event.
Yes, ma'am. Well, surely Raul is going to do better than last place in this lap, but actually, he has already dropped from first to third place, and McQueen is ready to slip past him?
Yeah, McQueen has still got a bit about him. Loving that paint job, by the way, man.
Yeah, it's nice. Rotor is now reversing around the track, and he looks mad about something.
I think that's just his face, man. McQueen is still last.
Here's Conrev seemingly losing control of his vehicle.
This is close, and McQueen just manages to take third place.
Awesome racing. Well done, Paul Conrev, for taking first. And Krusty Rotor bumped up into second. Let us know in the comments who you want to see in our next guest race. But for now, let's get back to the main race event.
Toad is looking terrified there, wondering if he's about to get smashed around again.
I mean, this is Mario Kart, so what else was he expecting to happen?
Well, we are off and heading towards that deadly turn, and that is a crash.
Donkey is taking a tumble down the hill and into the Martini racing tent. And that has derailed Ramraid's Ray, but I think she's actually managed to get moving again. Wow.
Here she comes.
My gosh, the speed on that thing. She's actually overtaking Puff's Spider-Man.
That was absolutely ruddy awesome. What a race. I think we are going to have to replay the whole bloomin' thing.
Sadly, the Traveler's Donkey and Dog Squab Racing's Darth Vader are just too quick for this sharp turn.
That was a seriously epic crash, though, Donkey. He was like, hey, if I am crashing out, I am going to take Ramraid's Ray out with me.
That was insane, but not as much as Ramraid's comeback here. Ray was absolutely miles behind Spider-Man, and she picked up the speed again so far and just flew past him to take first. Man, I can't wait for the final next week now.
Me too, Charlotte. Good job there were no spectators here, because that would have been a lawsuit and a half.
Yes, just Martini Racing that will be hitting us with a bill for damages. It looks like Donkey has literally managed to shoulder the damage and save Toad from injury here.
What a hero. Where's Darth Vader?
I think he's chilling in the usual spot just before the first checkpoint, Travis.
Wow, there really is a trail of destruction here, isn't there?
Just a bit.
So does Travelers Racing League get a point after Donkey crashed past the first checkpoint?
No, he's actually got to pass through the checkpoint to get a point, Tom.
That's a shame, but clearly Ramraid and Puff will be going through to the final. So congratulations, guys, and what a comeback for Puff's Racing, who got a second chance in this tournament. But lap 4 is still going ahead, and it's going to be another fun one. So let's go watch it, and then we can reflect on today's crazy racing.
Ray and Spider-Man have the inside lane start on the final lap, But will they avoid the carnage?
Charlotte, why would you want them to avoid the carnage?
There they go.
The C in Mario Kart stands for carnage.
Tom, there is no C in Mario Kart, you absolute donut. Ray, you go girl. I can't believe she's heading for a full house of lap wins today.
Yeah, she's definitely going to be one of the hot favorites to win in the final.
Nice lap time. Almost looks like she was showing off with that finishing move there.
Let's have a look at how she handles. Is she just quick or exceptionally good round the turns?
Well, I am gonna say a bit of both.
Yeah.
You can see Ray does really build up her lead round the turns, which suggests she handles better than Spider-Man. Whereas on the straight, Spider-Man was actually right on her bumper on the ski slope when he started behind
All
her.
right, Mr. Chatty Cathy. But I do agree with you there.
Excuse
we
me?
are actually going to run a drag race event with all of the teams that took part in this tournament separately. And that should be interesting.
Heck yeah. Well, it won't come as a surprise to anyone that Ramraid and Puff are going through to the final, but don't go anywhere as we are about to reveal the lineup for next week's final.
Huge well done to Ramraid for winning all 4 laps today. What an achievement. Congratulations to Puff, too.
I can already feel this is going to be a close final between Essex Boys Racing's Ahsoka, Madman Racing's Shy Guy, Ramraid's Ray, and Puff Racing's Spider-Man.
Welcome back to XR Diecast Racing, folks. We are here for the Mario Kart Customs Finals, and yet again, we have got a few halftime treats in store for you today, folks.
We sure do, Charlotte. We are joined by none other than Willie and Krusty the Clown from The Simpsons for a halftime race, and then we will be finding out if this speedboat hauler can make it to the end of the track and beat the current fastest truck and trailer lap time set last week by the tractor.
Talking of last week, what carnage that was?
Big time.
Donkey Kong and Darth Vader crashed out in every single race, which saw Spider-Man and Ray comfortably through to the final.
Easy win.
But don't be fooled, because Ray is not to be underestimated after winning every single lap, despite crashing out and being a whole track length behind in one lap.
Chatty Cathy is at it again, Tom. Our first finalist is Shy Guy racing for Madman Racing.
We've also got Ahsoka racing for Essex Boys Racing, Ray racing for Ramraid, and Spider-Man racing for Puffs Racing.
Let's do this, guys.
Ray is looking ready for business as she pedals off the first lap in the hot seat on the front inside lane.
Spider-Man seems to be trying to launch his web, but his powers won't work in the Highlands.
He'll probably need those powers to have a chance of beating Ray.
Well, we still have 16 wheels running on the track after the ski slope turn, and Ray has a nice lead with Shy Guy losing ground.
She's slipping all over the place in the wet mud, though.
Good old British weather.
Indeed. Well, here we go into the finish of the first lap of our first Mario Kart Customs final.
The back 3 almost ended up in a pile-up just before the finish there, which could have cost them valuable points.
Close one.
Apparently, Elon Musk is watching from the VIP area today in his Tesla Cybertruck.
Exciting.
Do you think that thing could take on the Grampian Mountains, Travis?
Oh, easily, Tom. Easy.
Well, we are only 1 lap in, but Ramraid opens the final in a leading position on the scoreboard. Let's see another lap and then go to our halftime show to see our guest race and find out whether that hauler can make it to the finish.
No, doesn't Shy Guy look all shy next to Ray?
He's just adorable, isn't he?
Shy Guy is a dangerous criminal. Make no mistake.
He's nothing this lot behind can't handle.
Talking of handling, Shy Guy is swerving about a bit in the lane. Is he all right?
Ahsoka is losing control, and Ray has taken advantage of the opportunity and shunted Ahsoka off the track. My gosh!
Now that's a replay I want to see.
Ramraid has overtaken Shy Guy and stolen first place. What a racer, man. She's incredible.
Awesome race. Let's watch this crash back in slow motion.
Was Ramraid to blame?
I'm going to say yes.
Well, it seems Essex Boys slammed into the side of the track and started spinning out, and Ramraid's Ray quite clearly swerves into Essex Boys' Ahsoka to push them off the track.
Absolutely brutal. Essex Boys will still land a couple of points for passing 2 checkpoints, but they've got to be pretty gutted to end this lap without finishing, as it looked like they were going to overtake Madman Racing's Shy Guy for a second there.
How did Ahsoka even end up all the way over here? She must have been going some serious speed.
Oh, she was absolutely flying, Tom. Let's have a look at the scoreboard and see where this leaves us before we go to the halftime show.
The scoreboard positions are unchanged with Ramraid's Ray, now having won every single lap she has raced in this tournament. Essex Boys Racing were top of their group. So let's hope they can turn things around in the second half.
We know all too well, Tom, with these Mario Kart tournaments that there is every possibility that could happen. Let's go to the halftime fun, folks, and make sure you subscribe if you are new to the channel.
Here we go, ladies and gents. This beastly Mercedes hauler pulling a speedboat is taking on the Grampian Mountains.
This thing is way too long. It's going to get stuck on the crossover.
Don't underestimate a Mercedes Charlotte. This thing is gonna pass through the mountains like a hot knife in butter.
Well, she handled the crossover well. I'll give her that.
Slowly does it. Here's the jump.
Nice. I really thought that speedboat would come off.
Approaching the sharp turn, let's hope it doesn't tip.
Beautifully done. She even did a cheeky little drift there.
What a machine. We're approaching the finish now, and that's 11.75 seconds.
And as you can see, that's a new record, pushing the tractor down into second place.
Our two-lap guest race today features none other than groundskeeper Willie in a standard Mario Kart, apparently brandishing a toilet plunger.
Taking him on, it's the famous Krusty the Clown, looking a combination of happy and terrified.
I'd be terrified taking on Willie with that toilet plunger, to be honest.
Yes, he's pretty scary.
This is his hometown after all.
And we are off. Lap 1 or 2 is off to a slow start.
Willie is heading up the ramp. He's got a wheel off the track, and it's back on again.
Krusty takes advantage and overtakes on the inside lane. But Willie is speeding up now.
Willie would have overtaken Krusty if he hadn't spun out. Both racers are really struggling with this off-road track section.
Willie has overtaken Krusty now, as Krusty is seemingly in trouble, coming almost to a complete stop there.
Pow, and we have a crash. That's a win for Willie in lap 2. Let's replay that crossover bit before the final lap.
That was a seriously epic recovery. He almost flipped off the track and then derailed himself and managed to drift round the corner and back onto the track before then going on to secure a win.
Who is the chatty Cathy now, Tom? Crikey.
Travis, my darling, zip it.
Here's that epic overtake. Why don't you both zip it?
Don't you pipe up, Thomas.
Fight me.
Willie has got to be suffering some serious neck pain from this crash.
If groundskeeper Willie wins this lap, he takes the win, but if it's a draw, we settle it with the fastest lap time.
Our blue-haired friend has an early lead, but the angry Scotsman is catching up now after the crossover.
Willie has overtaken Krusty, but is Krusty about to retake first?
I don't know, Tom, but I think this is going to be a close race.
Not if Willie keeps slipping about all over the place.
Krusty is struggling again with that turn, so this could be a home run for Willie.
Yep, Willie takes both laps and wins our guest race today. Let's get back to the main event.
Ahsoka takes the pole position in lap 3, which will hopefully provide a much-needed points boost.
I don't know, Charlotte. Puff's Spider-Man is looking pretty aggressive behind there. He looks ready to rumble.
He is giving Ahsoka's bumper a little tickle, isn't he?
A little. Ramraid's Ray is off to a slower start than usual.
She's more about top speed, and she's just overtaken Spider-Man, taking third place.
She's going to have to put that pedal down if she is to maintain her unbeaten record.
Doesn't look like it. That's a win for Man Racing's Shy Guy, and second place for Essex Boys Racing's Asuka.
Well, this lap is certainly going to have shaken up the scoreboard a little bit. Let's take a look before the final lap.
Essex Boys Racing is now the only team without a chance of winning, but everyone else is still in the running.
Well, it would take a serious pile-up for Puffs Racing to win, but it could happen. There is, however, a mere point between Ramraid and Madman Racing. This is going to be one of the closest final laps we've ever had.
Who is going to be our first Mario Kart Hot Wheels Customs champion?
Not Luigi, that's for sure.
Why not Luigi? What are you talking about, Travis?
Because he didn't take part in the tournament.
You're an idiot. Ramraid's Ray has taken second place and looks ready to blast past Puff's Spider-Man.
Essex Boys have overtaken Ramraid.
We've got a pile-up situation, guys.
And it's not looking good for Man Racing's Shy Guy, who seems to have come to a complete stop.
Not good at all. Puff Racing Spider-Man takes the win on the final lap. Let's check on poor Shy Guy.
Poor fella ain't looking too impressed for letting his team down in the final lap.
He can go and drink his pain away in Starbucks, I guess.
It's nothing an extra large caramel frapper can't fix.
All right, guys, that's enough of the chit-chat. Let's reveal the final score already.
Congratulations, Ramraid Racing, on your second tournament win here in the Grampian Mountains.
And a huge well done to our runners-up. Madman Racing in second, Puffs Racing in third, and Essex Boys Racing for coming fourth. These builds were incredibly difficult and new territory for everyone that took part. You've all done really well. And thank you again to the rest of the teams that took part in this tournament.
Make sure you subscribe and drop us a comment to let us know what you would like to see race on our track next.